We're Asheville. I'm Alex Rivers.
I'm Josh White.
I'm James Whiteford.
And Michael is a bassist we're trying out, and he went to go answer his phone, but he pretty much just joined the band. We've been trying out bassists here recently. I think we've tried like 3 out or something like that. But
they're hard to find around here.
Yeah. Mothers, teach your kids to play bass.
I feel like there's a bit of a bassist drought right now, but I don't really blame moms for not wanting their kids to be bassists. The majority of them don't turn out well. The bassist is always the problem child of the band.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, and by the way,
Hey, I'm Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
Michael's here.
Yeah. He came back in the room, so I was like, I'm going to let him introduce himself now. But yeah, like, it seems like everyone wants to play, like, guitar, and then vocals. Drums and bass are the hardest thing. But, like, to find in the area, especially, like, an actual bassist.
Are you guys pretty rural where you are in Alabama?
No.
I say that like any part of Alabama isn't rural.
Oh, rural. I thought you said, are you normal for that part of Alabama?
No.
We're not really rural up here. I mean, this is a pretty decent-sized town here.
For this area.
Down where I live in, like, Bear Creek, Alabama, the town's got, like, 3,000 people in it. So it's 15 minutes to the nearest Walmart. I graduated with a class of 32 people, so it's pretty out there. But, it's a 45-minute drive from here in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is, as far as towns go, sort of populated. And then we're about 45 minutes from Huntsville, Alabama, which is a pretty big city.
So now you can triangulate exactly where we are and send the assassins to kill us. With that description in hand, you have the power to destroy us all.
How do you guys feel about your local scene? Like, do you think it needs improvement, or?
I mean, I wish it was a little more open to like genres outside. Like, there's two mainstays around here. It's you got your deathcore, like super down-tuned, really low, chuggy metal, kind of like Whitechapel type stuff.
Hardcore's popular too.
Yeah, in that same vein. And then there's also like your indie scene, which is like very exclusively like singer-songwriters writing songs about Americana type genre.
If you don't play either one of those genres, it's hard to really get a foothold.
Of course, like every town and every area that has any sort of scene has like some sort of like main genre that does well in that scene. That's why, a lot of cover bands too. Yeah. They're I forgot about them because I've never been a part of the like bar scene, like the cover bands and stuff. Josh has, but
the barfly scene. I think it's definitely a much better community, but you're not going to get very far without original music.
No, I mean you can make money, and I guess if you're starting out, the only way to really make money is to just break down and say, I'm going to play the top 40 hits, classic rock hits from the last 30 years, If you play some 90s grunge or, basically the shit that you'll find in the jukebox, then they'll hire you to play, but you have to play 4-hour sets of shit that isn't yours.
And you have to play Wagon Wheel at least 3 times.
You're pretty much obligated to play Freebird on command, and I was tired of that shit.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make a super heavy, like just all growling version of Wagon Wheel and be like, all right, guys, we're going to play what you want now, like play a bar show. We're going to play that song you love so much, Wagon Wheel. They're like, yeah, and we're just, woo.
Well, like you said, there's nothing normal about Alabama from knowing so many bands for so many years. Normally the odd stories come out of places like Alabama. So what is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a gig?
I think, like, the weirdest thing for me was the first time someone ever, like, noticed me, like, outside of the stage. Like, that was kind of weird. Like, they just, like, after a while of playing, I had this girl one time. I walked outside and she said, "Are you Alex Rivers?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I'm not going to bother you. I was just, like, wondering. You looked like him." I was like, "Yep." But, like, it's nowhere near, like, famous at all, but it's like a handful of individuals have started, like, recognizing me in our area.
I don't know. I mean, as far as strange things happening at shows, it's just, there's usually, I mean, I won't say usually, you could probably count on a fight at least once or twice a month, you know, at the shows and stuff like that, you know, some mild problems, but I guess that goes for any scene, really.
Yeah, I would say that that's mainly constricted to, like, the hardcore and deathcore scene around here, though I've never seen a fight break out at an Americana show. But it's mainly just, like, testosterone's flying, and it gets people in an aggressive mood. I mean, metal doesn't have to be violent, and there's a lot of great shows where it isn't, but it happens sometimes. Somebody gets butt hurt because they got hit in the pit or something, and then they make it personal. But I think that's the main start of most issues is, like, everyone's all the time like, the pit isn't fighting, the pit is just letting your aggression out in a constructive way, and then, like, you've got the actuality of getting hit in the face, and then that pisses somebody off.
Yeah, I'm not originally from the South, and when I did move down here, I was just very shocked at how violent some people can be at shows, but it's definitely one of the much more active kind of fan bases that I've seen. You just don't picture good old Southern people being violent.
I think the reason you would hear more about the violence here is that we're supposed to be all laid back country folks, but a lot of the aggression that comes out of kids at shows and stuff is I guess the way the Southern lifestyle kind of holds them back from just, like, being who they want to be. I would it's even though deathcore and stuff is really big around here, it's still like the mainstream would listen more to the Americana than the metal side of the community. So if they see a kid with gauges running around or a kid with a bunch of tattoos or crazy hair colors or anything, they're going to get mocked. Tattoos, it just depends on the kind of tattoo, I'd say. But, like, if you go into, like, any sort of, like, conventional area where, like, people are just going to, like, no one's tatted, no one's pierced or anything, you're going to get weird looks. And a few of the braver ones will be like, they'll vocalize their disdain for you. So it's a very constrictive environment, and metal shows let the crazy kids let loose. And I say crazy kids in the most loving possible way.
Right, and, you know, it is very much so more traditional in your area, so that begs the question, how do your parents feel about you playing metal?
I mean, my parents, they're like, they know I play music, but it's kind of on the periphery of their lives. They don't really get involved in it, except for if I'll show them something we're working on music-wise. They're like, oh, yeah, that's really great. But they don't really care for this genre of music. Like, if I was playing country or 80s rock, if we were playing 80s rock, my dad would be like, heck yeah, son, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, my mother likes like Kansas and Journey, and she definitely supports me 100%. But, you know, she's often vocally expressed this is not her kind of music. She's rooting for me, but mostly from the sidelines.
What does your family think you playing music?
Oh, it's all good.
It's all good.
Everyone in my family plays music.
Nice.
From one instrument. I've got a brother who plays drums, another brother, guitar player. My dad plays guitar, and my mom, she sang. My grandmother played guitar. Yeah, they've always been supportive of, you know, what I've done, regardless of what it has been, you know, music-wise. But yeah, there's a. Well, we're from Muscle Shoals, and that being the music capital of the world. And you know, what goes around comes around. There's been a lot of music coming out of here, and it was not hardly anything for a while. But now there are a lot of good bands coming out of this area, and I think since I got these guys as their bass player, I think this bunch can really go somewhere.
He mic dropped. You didn't see it, but he shoved it aside as he finished. He was like, I've said my piece.
Yeah, but he's right. You know, I think following Slipknot, there was this huge rise of all the rock bands were coming out of the Midwest, and now I'm finally starting to see the South is getting their feet under them again at being more of a music capital, which I'm happy for. So speaking of music, we'll shift gears. Do you guys have anything released or what's going on for your studio process right now?
We have a 5-song EP out. It's called The God Complex. You can view the whole thing on YouTube at I think it's youtube.com/AshofEdenOfficial. Yeah, Ash of Eden Official. That's all one word. But we've also got 2 of the songs, Demons Run and Approaching the God Complex, on our Reverb Nation, which is, you can just look us up, Ash of Eden Reverb Nation, and you'll find us. I think we got kind of lucky with the name, because, like, a lot of bands later on, they find out, there was already a band named with our name, but we managed to get away with it.
Studio right now, saving up and recording our full-length album, which is like a 10-song album that we're going to be recording. We've got 1 song that's about to be done and released from that. So we're excited to put that out.
We're since we're not under any binds to like not release stuff ahead of time, we get in a hurry. But I think like we'll basically try to release it as in a traditional like single format. No music videos planned yet. Definitely want to do one soon, but it just takes a lot of money to do so, especially to make it look good. You gotta at least have an HD camera. But so like I mean, we pretty much like we're selling the EP at shows and stuff. It's also, you can buy it from our Facebook. If you go onto our Facebook, /Ash of Eden, you'll see a thing that says stream/buy EP. You can just click on that and you can buy them as individual tracks, or you can buy the whole thing. If you buy the whole thing, you get like 2 additional, like, they're not songs, they're like bits that intertwine the whole album together. Kind of makes it more of a concept album type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there any song in particular that's your favorite to play live?
Right now, like, we don't have our favorites recorded. We saved them for like the full length, but like, I don't know about what Mike's favorite to play is so far, but like me, JR, and Josh all really like Heroes on High and Magic No More. But from the EP, I think our favorites to play are Approaching the God Complex, Demons Run, and Love Labor's None.
Which are all big fan favorites too.
Yeah, a lot of people like those because they're the ones they can listen to and know the words for right now. We try to get a lot of crowd interactivity going on. A lot of our newer songs, we've got bits in them that are meant to like help with that. Very crowd interactive, gang shouts, clapping, stuff like that.
Yeah. If you ever do a cover eventually in your live shows, is there one song that like automatically comes to mind that you feel like would be just right for your band to cover?
Wagon Wheel, no. We've never really thought about it, especially with Mike being in the band now. We've never like talked about what covers we would do. I mean, for a while we were doing this thing. We did a show where we had to play some covers because they wanted us to play 3 45-minute sets, and we don't have 3 45-minute sets worth of music. So we're like, well, we got to cram some covers, guys. And we ended up playing like a bunch of like a mixture of 80s stuff, and then like one I forgot the name of the band that Seth had us cover.
Mars Volta.
Yeah, Mars Volta. We did a Mars Volta cover, which was strange because they're a crazy band.
We're pretty adamantly original only, just for the most part. You know, that we want to be known for what we have to play and not how well we can play someone else's stuff. And some of the places that you play at down here aren't really all that cover friendly. Some are, some aren't. It's like a licensing thing, I guess. You don't want to pay for the license to let bands play covers, but you know, we may in the future decide to play one if we have to fill out some more time. But if people are going to like us, they'll like us for what we created.
Yeah, we're very much shaped by our environment because, like you said, I mean, the only venue in our direct vicinity is the amphitheater in downtown Florence. We're playing it the next week, Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. This coming Saturday, I guess now. But it's the 14th. But you can't play covers there at all because, like, as I think ASCAP was they sent some like little spies into the amphitheater to make sure that they weren't doing covers because they knew they didn't have a license for it. And Scott got contacted by them and they're like, hey, cease and desist. And he was like, oh crap, because they were going to sue him for a lot of money. So you can't play covers at the amphitheater, and that's kind of made us focus heavily on originals. Besides the fact we just kind of set out to do it. I mean, I personally wouldn't mind doing like one or two covers just because I always loved all the like pop goes metal or pop goes punk type stuff where you like reimagine like older songs as like newer like metal or punk songs.
Yeah. Take an older song and make it your own.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Play it in your style.
Yeah. Well, and Fearless Records, who presents those, they really pioneered something with that. It's the whole concept of, like, reworking covers.
Yeah.
I was looking at your guys' Facebook before this, and I saw your influence are kind of all over the place, so I can see how it would be hard for you to agree on anything as a band.
Yeah, no, our influences are definitely varied. I think that's a strength when it comes to writing originals, though, because that kind of intermingling of,
it's a wider spectrum of music. And if you have a wide spectrum of influences, you never know what's going to come out of that, and it works really, really well with the way we do things.
And that's how new genres and like new sounds get made. Just the intermingling of people's favorite sounds and stuff. The influences are very important. When it comes to covers, it makes it harder to be like all like, heck yeah, let's do that cover, because like each of us is like, I don't really like that genre of music, or I don't really like that band, or something like that. That usually crops up when you're doing covers and not as much originals.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's to paraphrase something that one of the guys from Fairwoman I love said one time, when you bring in so many influences like that, it makes it easier for people to pick up familiar sounds, and that helps people to find your band and, you know, latch on to your band a lot easier. Do you guys hope to, if you do tour, is there one band in particular that would be like your bucket list band to tour with?
Mike said Megadeth. I think Jarrah would say In Flames, and Josh would probably say Tootsie Roll Pop. And my favorite band would be My Chemical Romance, but they're broke up now, so yeah, screw you, Alex.
Well, I mean, Gerard Way still does solo tours, and I think Frank does. But I've heard a lot of people say that his solo stuff is nothing like anything out of MCR.
Yeah, but no, I was joking about the Tootsie Roll Pop thing.
It's really okay.
Josh is like, it's really okay. Don't worry. No, I was I was going to come back to it, and then I kept going. I was like, well, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh loves We Came as Romans, but our influences, like I have like a whole bunch of bands I enjoy, but like I kind of cycle through the ones I'm enjoying the most at the time. I try not to let that paint what I'm doing. So like usually the way we do the writing process is each of it, like Gerald will have a guitar part, and then each of us will put our stuff on top of it, and we'll just work together to make it like a cohesive thing. So that in that way, it keeps us from coloring our sound too much with any one person's influence, and makes it like a greater whole type deal.
Okay. Well, this is my favorite question to ask bands because it's always fun to hear people throw each other in the bus. Who is the biggest troublemaker of the band and the worst trouble he's ever gotten the band into?
I mean, in the past, I had a guy threaten me with a knife because I got into an argument whether Avenged Sevenfold or whether Avenged Sevenfold was rock or metal, and like it was the stupidest thing ever. But he was drunk, and it was like a year before he threatened me with a knife. This happened. Ran into him at a show, and he was like, he turned around and was like, "You know who I am?" Like, no. He's like, I'm so and so. I'm about to make You Not Horrible. Remember Avenged Sevenfold? And I was like, oh shit. And I had to he threatened our bassist, tried to find me, cause I walked away and got away, but eventually he found me and a couple people had to shove him off me. And this was way back when the band first started, back in 2010 or so.
So Alex is the troublemaker.
Usually it's not violent troublemaking though. One time during band practice here recently, I mic'd my urine stream just to fuck with people.
What is the worst injury you have either sustained or given to somebody else during a performance?
No, that was an accident. One time our screamer, at the time, it was a girl. Back when we first started, she Spartan kicked this guy, in the front row, back out into the crowd again. He got up on stage and she Spartan kicked him. I don't know exactly what provoked it. I don't remember. But that was back in 2010 too. We're not that wild and crazy. We have parties and drink and stuff, and but we don't really we try not to hurt people. If people get hurt to our music, I put that more firmly on their laps than ours. But if it inspired it, I guess in a way it is our fault. But I would like to keep my conscience clear of any pain caused by our music. I'd hope our music was more constructive than that.
Yeah, of course. All right, well, final random thoughts you'd like to leave with your listeners.
Popcorn, shrivel, taco.
We would like to invite everybody out this weekend to El Opry in Athens, and if you're in Florence, come out and see us at the Inn Theater Saturday night, and if you're going to be in Nashville Sunday night, we'll be playing at Daisy Duke. So everybody come out and have a good time and get your rock on.
Most definitely. Support local music.
Yeah.
Watch the whole YouTube video. Don't just click play and then get off of it. You need to listen to the whole thing.
I don't really have anything to say other than I'm ready to rock out.
So, quote JR is saying,
All right, thank you.